What's up, guys? It's the Hotcast owner, Brandon Michael here to answer some of your guys' questions. I'm sitting in my car to answer your questions. I'm filming my video, and you're probably asking why, and that is because I like filming in the car. I have my lighting set up here. I'm comfortable. I'm ready to answer your guys' questions. If I'm going to sit here and answer your guys' question in depth, it's going to take 30 minutes, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and get it to 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. I'm trying to fly through these as much as possible, guys. You guys have some very good questions, and I'd love to elaborate a little bit. But if you want a more elaborate answer, go ahead and DM me in my, DM. My DMs are open. I haven't been able to get to everybody because I have 5 million of them, and I just went camping, and they're all adding up. So I'm trying to answer as many of them as possible. But please do not get frustrated if I don't answer. I'm trying to get to them. Trust me. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. The first question is going to be from Nathan. He says, do you think the Seahawks could sign Clowney and Griffin? Both. That's going to be very tough. I don't even know if we're going to sign Jadeveon Clowney, guys. It's getting in that territory where I'm hearing reports on both sides that he's coming and he's not coming. So we're just going to have to see. It's a waiting game. I'd like both. Griffin is a very good pass rusher. He's a veteran in the game. Jadeveon Clowney, we obviously know what he can do. I don't think we're gonna get both though, unfortunately. I think we're gonna only be able to afford one, and hopefully that's Jadeveon Clowney. How far do you think Seattle will get in the playoffs next year? Hopefully to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say Super Bowl until the day I die. So yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl, and whether that's at 11-5, 12-4, or 13-3, I don't care. We're winning the Super Bowl next year. And that was from Seattle Seahawks 12. Good questions, guys. Isham123. Everson. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your guys' name, guys. It's 10:30 at night, so if I'm butchering on some stats or whatever, please forgive me. Everson Griffin or Yannick Ngakoue? I'm gonna go with Yannick Ngakoue, and you guys know why? Because Yannick Ngakoue is the younger player, and both of them have very similar skill sets. They're both phenomenal pass rushers, but when it comes to the run defense and what the frick am I talking about? In the run game, there's a huge drop off. So I'm gonna go with Yannick Ngakoue. He would be more expensive, but the thing with Yannick Ngakoue is that he hasn't had a season under 8 sacks yet. I mean, come on, man, that's pretty impressive. I'm gonna go with Yannick Ngakoue. Yep, I have 50,000 questions, and 40,000 of them are what's your channel. Guys, my channel is in the bio. It's been there since the day I made this Instagram, so thank you for paying attention to my bio, guys. Super Bowl chances from my good friend Carol's Gum. Like I said, I think the official Vegas odds are like 4%, but I never go with the official Vegas odds. I'm gonna definitely say 100% we go to the Super Bowl because I love the Seahawks and I'm extremely biased. But my unbiased pick is 20%, 25%. Honestly, it depends on who we draft, who we get. And obviously, my unbiased pick it's still a little biased with 20-25%. But that's just how I feel. I feel like we're getting closer and closer every year. It's a young team. We're getting some big additions. Quandre Diggs, DK Metcalf, Rashad Penny starting to mold into a better player. A lot of these Shaquille Griffin's getting better. A lot of our players are getting better. I'm feeling good. Don't want to jinx anything, but I do think we have a good chance. Do you think? And that was from Kelscom, like I said. Prince Royal 717 says, "Do you think the Cardinals will be division contenders next year?" Absolutely. Unfortunately, yes. I talked to a couple of Cardinals players at the Pro Bowl this year. As a reporter, they're super cool. I talked to Buda Baker and Chandler Jones. I was talking to Buda. I was like, dog. I was like, y'all gotta keep beating us y'all gotta stop beating us every single year. And we were laughing and stuff. And he was like, yo, man, I'm new to this. Blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm new to this team. But yeah, we did get you guys this year. And then I looked at Chandler. I was like, yo, Chandler, 4 sacks, bro? 4 sacks, man. You can't get my boy Russ a break. And we were all laughing, having a good time. So I can't hate on the Cardinals too much. Because when I met them, they're super nice guys, even though I had Russell Wilson jersey on. Chandler Jones, Buda Baker, give them a follow on Instagram. They were super cool. Obviously they have DeAndre Hopkins, a big addition. They've signed like 6 other guys that I'm blanking on. It's 10:30 at night. But yeah, they're gonna be for sure. They're gonna be contenders. Kyler Murray, I'm very impressed with Kyler Murray. Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald's obviously gonna always be a playmaker on that team as long as he's on there. Cliff Kingsbury starting to get into the mold of the NFL style. So yeah, they're gonna be contenders. Next, Also by Prince World 717. Do you think the Rams and Niners will still put up a fight like in 2018 and 2019? The Rams didn't put up that much of a fight last year. Obviously, they were very good the year before, going to the Super Bowl. But, Niners are going to be still good. Even though they traded DeForest Buckner, they did get that 13th overall pick back, they never had it in the first place. 13 overall pick. I think with that pick, they will draft Jerry Jeudy, and that will fill in that hole that Emmanuel Sanders left when he left and went to, where'd he go? Not Tampa Bay. He went to New Orleans. I think Deebo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy, these are going to be playmakers on this team. Kendrick Bourne is really starting to show up. George Kittle might be the best player in the NFL. Eric Armstead was able to say that was the biggest offseason move so far. He is going to be a huge... Eric Armstead is a beast. I don't know why I'm giving so much love to the Niners right now. I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. They're going to be contenders. Obviously, D-Hop and all the... D-Hop? What am I talking about? San Francisco is going to be contenders. I was thinking about the Cardinals for a second. Rams, they're falling apart. Todd Gurley left the team. Went back home to Atlanta. The offense hasn't been the same since Todd Gurley hasn't been the same. Todd Gurley was that conductor of that team. They're going to keep running it with Gurley. The more success he had, the more success that offense had. Once they get the running game going, hit him with that West Coast offense. That's what Sean McVay runs, that play action. And then they have all these guys, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks. They're going to hit you down the middle every time. Next question. Good question, guys. You guys have good questions. Grayson says, what's your YouTube channel? Thanks, Grayson. Yes. I answered it in the beginning. Pavin, sorry if I'm butchering these guys' names. What do the Seahawks need if they want to become top contenders in the NFC? We need cornerbacks and pass rushers. Offensive line issues, we're already past that. I think we signed 4 solid offensive linemen, BJ Finney, and 3 other guys. We already know Chance, Brandon Shell. We signed a few other guys. I'm okay with the offensive line right now. I think we're going to have to wait and see if it really works. I'm most excited about the BJ Finney play, especially because he's a gadget guy. He could play anywhere, center, guard, tackle. He could play that swing tackle spot like what George Fant did. I'm super excited. I think he's a cheap addition, and I'm super excited. Samik said, do you think a 14-team playoff will have a significant impact on Seattle? Yes and no. I think for us, if we keep playing the way we do, it won't affect us, but we never know. Obviously, we could get injuries or whatever, and, our season might go down the drain. But right now, I don't think it doesn't affect us. It more affects teams like the LA Rams, the Dallas Cowboys. These guys are going to be somewhere near 500 and right on the cusp of a playoff spot, a wild card spot at number 6. I think that's what that 7th spot will be, but it won't affect us that much. How much money do we have? Joey asked, how much money do we have? Joey, we're broke. That's all I can say. We don't have that much money. It's kind of hard. We don't really have the official numbers. But Over the Cap kind of has, I don't know if it's updated. I don't know if it still says 18 million, but we've spent a lot of money on those offensive linemen. And Greg Olsen, obviously, and Bruce Irvin. I just don't know how much money we have left, but we're broke. We're going to have to start letting go guys, unfortunately. And that might start with a guy like Justin Britt, who's causing us a lot of money into the cap. Hopefully not a guy like KJ Wright, because I love KJ. I don't want to see him go. I don't think it's worth getting that $7.5 million back. I think KJ played phenomenal last year. I don't want a guy like KJ Wright to go. But we're broke, Joey. Joey, we're really broke. JJ Dat Boy Hill says, favorite Seahawks game that you've been to, if you've been to one. I've been to one game, which is the Seahawks versus Broncos game in Denver. It was week 1 last year. That's the one with Disley with had a touchdown. McDougal had 2 picks. Earl Thomas had a pick. Case Keenum threw 3 interceptions. Chris Carson had the hurdle. Tyler Lockett had a long touchdown. We lost 27-24, I believe. I got yelled at, screamed at, cups thrown at me by a 5-year-old. Got cussed out by a 5-year-old. Come on, Denver. Come on. Nick Vanette's coming there. Take care of my boy Nick Vanette. Shout out to my boy Nick. It was an awesome experience. I had a lot of fun. I was screaming on defense, even though no one was screaming with me. I was screaming, trying to get loud. Yeah, I had a great time, though. I had a great time, even though we lost. I was so butthurt because so many Denver fans booed me and cussed me out and stuff. I don't even care. I was the only Seahawks fan in my section. The other Seahawks fans got kicked out because they were being too drunk and they threw a cup or something, which was... None of the Denver fans got in trouble for throwing cups, but the Seahawks fans discriminated against us. We got kicked out. I was the only Seahawks fan left. But I had a great time. Great time. Visit the Mile High Stadium. It's a great stadium. Fans, not so nice, but stadium is amazing. Come neutral. How likely do you think it will be that Josh Gordon will be allowed to play for us this year? Sorry, guys, if I'm talking very fast. I'm trying to get through this, and I've taken a lot of speech classes, so I know how to kind of articulate what I'm saying. So let's keep moving. Sorry, guys. Jacoby Bell says, how likely do you think it will be that Josh Gordon will be allowed to play for us this year? I think it is very possible just because the new CBA passed, so that means that he'll be able to play. Hopefully, I think Seattle loves Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon loves Seattle. He will be back in the Seahawks uniform. I'm pretty positive, and it'll be a big pick. Now, Underrated 41 says, do you think we could finesse the Redskins to get the second pick and we could trade for Jamal Adams? No. That's not happening. There's 0%. That's never happening. We're not getting the second overall pick. We're not getting Jamal Adams. I'd love both, but it's not happening. That's discrimination says, if we get Clowney and Griffin, should we still draft an edge rusher early? No. If we're able to get both those guys somehow, then I think we should trade back at that point, unless we want to draft a player like Austin Jackson to fill in that offensive tackle type of need. But at the end of the day, I don't think we should do that. I think we should trade back, get more picks. What will happen when Russ is gone? Jay Ginch said, or Jay Ginch 30. What will happen when Russ is gone? I don't want to think about that. Let's not think about that. Let's think positive, guys. Let's think positive. MMA Siketenko, whatever, says thoughts on selecting a linebacker like Queen/Murray. If they fall to West, they'll replace Kendricks. I do think Kendricks is going to be gone next year, but I'm not a college football guy. I do my research very, very late, and I'm trying to get past this free agents wave before I get into the draft time and the draft research. But I'll get back to you on that. I have a lot of college football friends because I do work for the Valencia Voice, which is a news network, if you guys know. I'm one of the sports writers and reporters. So you could look for news on them. I mean, in terms of, I'll put out news on them, but right now, I don't really know too much information. I'll ask my college football guys because I know a lot of college football reporters. I'll ask questions. I'll get back to you on that. Good question, though. Good question. Hi, Hawkcast says, Oops Soup. What's up, Oops? Oops Soup. What's up? How you doing? Masonic D said, how do you think we will address our cornerback 2 problem? We will not. I think we're sticking with Trey Flowers. We didn't go after any big cornerbacks. Darius Slay went to Philadelphia. Byron Jones went to Miami. Prince Amukamara is still on the table, but I do not see him signing with Seattle. We didn't address it. So I think we're sticking with Trey Flowers. And at first, I was not okay with that, but the more I slipped on it, honestly, who cares? I mean, I think Trey deserves another chance anyway. I think he has the potential, guys. He's built like a good corner. He's built like it. He's fast. He's long. He could hit. Like, he could tackle a little bit. I mean, I think he has potential, guys. I'm not giving up on Trey yet. How long have you liked Seattle? Since 2010, I think? 10 years? Something like that. Ever since Matt Hasselbeck. I went from Hasselbeck to Tavares Jackson to Matt Flynn, obviously, all the way to Russell Wilson. What will happen when Russ retires, and how old do you think he would be? And by the way, the last question was from OB3Y88. This one's from Roman54331. Says, what will happen when Russ retires, and how old do you think he would be? Why are you guys asking all these negative questions about Russ retiring? I don't want to think about that. I think he's going to retire at 40 years old. And a lot of people are thinking, Brandon, he wanted to play past 40. It's not going to happen. Tom Brady obviously has played past 40. A lot of these other guys. But a lot of these other guys, I'm losing my breath. A lot of these other guys, don't rely on their athleticism. Russell relies a lot on his athleticism. I think in 10 years, it's going to be tough for him to rely on that. At 40 years old, is he going to be able to do the things he do? Probably not. He's probably going to be a backup at that point. Not for Seattle. He's not going to play for Seattle for the rest of his career. I think he's out in 6 years. And yeah, I think he's starting a family in Sierra. He has a third kid coming. He's going to want to stop playing football at some point, especially if he's 40 and he's not able to do what he's going to do. He's going to want to live life, go to Futures graduation and stuff, and I'm not going to blame him for that. Who is receiver, running back you think we should draft? Like I said, I'm not a college football guy. I've done a little research on Jonathan Taylor. He's a straight beast. We should not use our first round pick on him, though. We don't need a running back. I'm content with the guys we have: Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, Travis Homer. Maybe we could sign a guy like Dion Lewis, someone quick, someone cheap that we could just pick up right now and use them now. But we shouldn't be using first-round picks on running backs. And wide receivers, I don't know that much about college football, but like I said, I haven't done too much research yet. So once I get to that, maybe I'll find a steal in the 4th or 5th round, or even 3rd round that we could get. Who knows? Whew, guys, great questions, guys. We're almost done. Aaron has 3 questions. Aaron says, Aaron Cole 54 says, Prime Lynch or Prime Sean Alexander? Thank you for your support, Aaron. I'm gonna go with Prime Lynch just because Prime Lynch, Marshawn Lynch was in some more time, my time period. That's just like, I never really grew up watching Sean Alexander like that. I've seen highlights. Obviously, everyone's seeing highlights, but unless you're like over 25, you're not really gonna have, get to see Sean Alexander, live. So I'm gonna go Prime Marshawn Lynch. I'm not saying Marshawn's better. I'm just saying that's why I like more, just because I've seen him play live, my whole life. Do you think the season will get delayed by the coronavirus? I'm not a scientist, guys. I'm nothing. I'm not in the science field in terms of my major in college. I'm a journalist major. So yeah, I can't really say that. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I'm just as clueless as you guys are. Hopefully not, but at the same time, I want to keep the safety of our players ahead of what I want. So we'll get to that point when it comes, but hopefully not. And how long will you run this account? As long as possible, hopefully. Unless I get signed by a bigger company or bigger organization, I'm gonna be running the Seahawks, the Hotcast, for a very long time. And by the way, I'm starting a podcast, the Hotcast. I already had one before. Kind of stopped it. I'm gonna bring it back. You'll see you soon. Hi, Hotcast, said Axils14. What's up, Axils or Axils or whatever your name is? What's up? I see you. Ascarado said regular season Seahawks record prediction for with and without Clowney. I'm losing my voice, guys. I'm sorry. Regular season predictions. I think we'll be 11-5 or 12-4 without Clowney. With Clowney, 13-3. I think Clowney adds 1 or 2 games. I think Clowney will always have those 1 or 2 big plays that are going to give us that 1 extra win. I think that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Either way, if we don't have him, we'll still be an 11-5 team. We'll be 11-5, at least 11-5 or 10-6 if we got Russ and freaking Doug from McDonald's. Who cares? We're going to find a way to win. We're going to be 11-5 without him, 13-3 with him. How do you like the new season rules? Says from Seahawks Nest. Now, Seahawks Nest, I don't like it. I grew up watching the old rules, so maybe I'll like it in a couple of years when it's actually implied. I'm gonna freaking cherish this final season with the regular rules with the 6 teams per conference. This is gonna be a pain in the butt, guys. So ask me in a year, Seahawks Nest. Ask me how I feel about it in a year. Maybe my opinion will change. Maybe I'll love it, and maybe we'll be a 7th seed, and I'll be like, thank God that was there, because if they didn't have the new CBA rules, we wouldn't be in the playoffs. Maybe ask me then, but until then, I don't know. I don't really like it right now. Next season stats by Ryan8428. Next season stats for Russell Wilson. I'm going to go, just assume you say the team because you weren't really specific. I'm going to go offense top 5 and defense top 10. Obviously, if you want to be a Super Bowl contender, it's probably going to have to be top 5 each. But I'm going to have to be realistic. Top 10 is for defense. We're still learning. We're still growing. We still need some weapons. Unless Trey Flowers could be leaps and bounds better next year and we could keep Clowney, and all of a sudden Jaron Reed is getting 10 sacks, and obviously we could get a guy like Shaquem Griffin to get into the lineup and get 4 sacks for us, and then get a Zach Bond or something and get another 8. Until then, we're going to be a top 10 defense at most, and that's being optimistic. Final question, and this is from Yondo Loreda 8104. He says, what do you think about the XFL teams, the Battlehawks? I didn't watch any XFL, guys. I watched like 2 games of the Dragons. I know like Brandon Silvers, BJ Daniels, and Austin Prohl, or whatever that guy's name is, the receiver. That's it. I have my opinions on both Silvers and BJ Daniels. I wasn't that much of a hater on Silvers, but I don't know anything about the other teams. I haven't even seen PJ Walker, or whatever that quarterback's name is, play live. So, yeah, I think, in my opinion, the Battlehawks are cool. Congratulations on being an XFL team. Hopefully they do get to play another season next year. But guys, that'll be the video. I hope you guys enjoy this type of video. I'm trying to talk fast. Like I said, it's already been 20 minutes. If you guys like this, I'll go ahead and do it again. If you have more questions, go ahead, ask them in the comments. If you want a more elaborate answer, go ahead and DM me, guys. Obviously, I went on a camping trip, like I said, so I couldn't respond to all the DMs, and there's 50,000 of them. Now I'll be able to answer most of your guys' questions. But yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments below. If you want more of these, go ahead and tell me so I could do this again and we could do this type of style. I hope you guys enjoy this video, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Go Hawks.